Are you stalled on carnivore? The scale isn't moving, your genes feel the same, and you're wondering if it's even working. What is going on? Is it you? Because, of course, you're hearing all these stories all over the internet of people who are losing 30 pounds in their first month, over 100 pounds in the first year, like my friend Bruce, whose interview I'll link at the end. It's easy to think that you're broken. Are you doomed to fail? No, absolutely not. Let's talk about the real reasons fat loss and weight loss can stall and how to break through without losing your mind. I'm Jackie Elmer. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and grab my guide with the complete beginner's carnivore shopping list at lowertoxiclife.com. First, let's do a brutal honesty check. Can we talk? I mean, really? Perhaps an honesty check is in order. What are you actually eating? How often are you eating and how much? Are there cheats, cheat meals, cheat snacks, cheat days that are sneaking in? How often are you actually eating out and potentially getting hit with seed oils and hidden sugars? Yes, hidden sugars are a true danger because they're cloaked in so many of the sauces and different ingredients that we consume that aren't thought of often as sugar, but contain sugar. So you've got to be reading labels and checking ingredients. What else is going on in your body besides your desire to lose weight? Do you have inflammation, joint pain? Most chronic issues and weight stalls involve some form of inflammation. A leading cause of inflammation is linked to the foods that you are consuming. Seed oils, artificial sweeteners and flavorings, natural flavorings too. So again, you've got to check your labels like it's your job, because it is your job. So let's talk for just a sec about seed oils and the damaging effect that they have on the body, despite what some experts may say about the relatively low risk. I don't buy it, and neither should you. Seed oils don't just leave your system and your body overnight. Linoleic acid, the main fat in seed oils, stays in your body for 2 to 5 years. Yes, years. It builds up in your fat cells, it's prone to oxidation, and creates toxic byproducts that drive inflammation and damage the mitochondria. This is why fat loss and healing can feel like a slow boat to China, even after cutting seed oils. Your body is still working to burn off and replace those stored fats. Now, how much dairy are you eating? Yes, it's carnivore approved, but does it work for you? You have to test and tweak and track all of this. Dairy, by the way, is a huge stall trigger for a lot of people. Same with little bites of nuts, just one keto bar, or constant snacking. Don't gaslight yourself. Instead, force yourself to write down your food consumption for a week and be ruthlessly honest with what's going on and going in your mouth. Now, number 2, let's simplify eating. Let's focus on 1 to 2 meals a day. If fat loss is your goal, you can simplify by really committing to 1 to 2 meals a day, and that's it. And the key point to that is eat only when you're actually hungry. So don't eat to the clock, right? Don't get up in the morning and think I have to eat because that's what I've been conditioned to do. That's what the clock says. Eat only when you're actually hungry. And when you sit down to eat completely to satiety. And what that actually means is when you reach the point where the bite that you put in your mouth actually kind of begins to taste and feel like cardboard, that's when you know you've reached satiety. That's when you stop. Snacking, that's insulin. Every bite, that's insulin. And insulin is the hormone that locks fat in storage. Protein will spike it a little, carbs spike it a lot, but fat barely moves it. That's why grazing, even on carnivore approved snacks, are going to keep you stuck. Third, let's talk about timed eating and rhythm. Timing matters. Front load your food. Eat your biggest meal in the morning or midday. That rewards your natural cortisol rise and it keeps your energy high. And it's going to delay hunger for later on in the day. The flip side, if your first meal is late in the day, you're often hungrier at night. And nighttime eating is not your fat loss friend, at least not for most people. Fourth, patience and perspective. God, I know you knew I was going to say that, and it sucks to hear it. I totally get it. But here's the hardest truth. Sometimes the stall isn't a stall. Your body is healing. Carnivore fat loss is like climbing a mountain. You're down here looking up there, but you don't go in a straight line. You go up a little bit, you level off. You go up again, you level off again. Those flat stretches, that's where your body is repairing hormones, calming inflammation, and rebalancing itself. The fat loss is going to pick back up when your body is ready. It's tough to hear about wait it out, but seriously, your body knows what to do and it truly wants to heal. The more it's been abused, so to speak, the longer it's going to take for it to heal. So remember that little issue that we talked about with seed oils storing in the body for 2 to 4 years? Keep that in your mind as your body seeks to heal itself. Every time you consume seed oils or anything else ingredient-wise that creates inflammation and stays in your body, you're adding a little bit of fuel to the dumpster fire and you're delaying the process of weight loss, fat loss, and healing. Fifth, what's your fat protein ratio? A quick word on macros, which is not something that we typically track or even talk about or count on carnivore, but fat to protein ratio matters, especially if your goal or one of your goals is weight loss. If you're eating ribeyes and eggs, you're probably fine. But if you're piling on butter, cheese, cream, or fat bombs, you might be overdoing it. On carnivore or even keto, both extremes can cause stalls. And here's what I mean. Too much fat, you're overfueling. If your body is getting more energy than it needs from dietary fat, it won't dip into stored body fat. And if you're adding endless butter, cream, and fatty cuts, that can slow your fat loss. Too little fat, too much protein? Protein is essential, but excess protein beyond what your body needs can get converted into glucose. That raises insulin slightly, can make you hungry, and makes it harder to stay in fat burning mode. Plus, if fat is too low, satiety drops, cravings rise, overeating happens. The balance is going to look different for each person, but here are some general guidelines. Many people start carnivore at a 70-30 fat protein percentage. Calories, right? 70-30 fat protein percentage based on calories, or around 1-to-1 fat to protein in grams. So if you're counting calories, you're going to focus on 70-30 percentage. If you're counting grams, it's going to be 1-to-1 because of the way it weighs out in your body. If you're stalled with high fat, lean out just a little and let your body burn its own fat stores. If you're stalled with high protein, low fat, add more fat for satiety and hormone support. The sweet spot is usually enough protein to maintain muscle and enough fat to fuel your body without overeating. So if your carnivore weight loss has stalled, be honest, track, read ingredient labels, simplify what you're eating, time your meals, and trust the process. Healing isn't linear. Fat loss isn't either. But if you stick with it, the climb is going to continue. So drop in the comments if you've ever hit a stall and what helped you push through it, or what you're hoping or trying that's going to get you through it, because your story could help someone else today. And let me know what else you'd like a video on. I love researching and sharing stories. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, grab my guide at lowertoxiclife.com, watch my carnivore ketovore playlist here on YouTube, and I will see you on the next video. And here's hoping that your fat loss is on the rise again. I'm Jackie Elmer. Make it a great day.